Hello, everybody. My name is Sky. I am your friendly neighborhood autistic person full of random useless facts. And today we are getting back into Death Stranding.
Tired, huh?
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
System woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Oh, this will be right at home in my collection.
Thank you for your contribution.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area. That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Good morning, pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultradeck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on the sensors.
There we go.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Sam, chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed. Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
So by increasing connection level at level 3 and at level 5 with each and every port, city, distribution center, whatever that we bring online, it gives us something. Sometimes it gives us a new song. Sometimes it gives us hologram data. Sometimes it gives us uh, outfit colors, hat colors, all different kinds of little trinkets and things that we can decorate ourselves with. So it is worth doing some extra deliveries here and there and raising that connection level to the senators.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
I'm just going to take one, leave the other two.
BC.
There is a correlation between elevated Corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Alright, let's pick up our next order. It is a main mission order taking... we are going into Mule territory to get back that chiral printer interface. The bastards. Do I have to take this with me? You know what, just, yeah, fuck it, take it. Okay, I'm not taking all of these. Some of these are gonna have to go. Place in private locker. Place in private locker. Because I already have 2 PCs. C's. Climbing anchor ladder. Boots container spray. Alrighty. Auto arrange, and we're good to go.
Order assigned. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping on. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful, these guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
As you can see, we already have quite a nice pathway for us. Though we... Well, I was going to say we're not connected to the chiral network, but I forgot we did connect this. I think we can climb this.
Containing our cargo. drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise. Chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Name's Sam.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Have a pleasant journey.
You picked this up for me? You shouldn't have. Really.
Thank you for your contribution.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
I see what you mean about that noise being repetitive. Yeah, you're gonna hear in your dreams. You're gonna hear it when people start talking to you. You're gonna hear it when your phone goes off. It'll be everywhere.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
Alrighty, let's go get this bridge built so that we can take on our next main mission delivery.
Have a pleasant journey.
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials. Sam, looks like you found the site. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials. Bravo, Sam. That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Have a pleasant journey, Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam.
Oh, well, hope that wasn't important, whatever it was. Let's be honest, probably wasn't. Okay, so this says it's like level 77, so we're not going to be able to do that anytime soon. So we're going to go ahead and do this.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
So obviously, as you can see, when the chiral network is not active, you can't really see other people's pathways because you're not on the server technically of that area. And because of that, you'll probably end up taking a different path than what is currently laid down, and that's okay. There's going to be little areas where like paths were started by people going out on the first time versus the darker colored, more flat ones of people that have consistently used it. And it's one of those things where once you get on the chiral network and those paths are revealed to you, just stick to them as best as you can to keep them maintained and widen them out even further. But if there is no pathway for you to follow, make your own and be confident.
There we go.
Okay, the following BT area is my permanent nightmare fuel. This forest was my first ever accidental void out. I got caught by BTs. I could not escape. I cratered the place. I cratered my server. So ever since then, I have taken this same route without fail every time. Because fuck that shit, I'm not doing that again. It's a bit sketchy, but it's fine. Actually, it's a really sketchy path that I choose to take, but it's fine. It gets me where I need to go, and that's what matters. All the gold claws. You make a little mini rainbow whenever you pick them up. Cute. One second, my stream sound's going out. I think it's just my stream though. I don't think it's actually me. I don't know why YouTube does that sometimes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're good. Keep on keeping on. I ramble a lot in BT territory because it makes me feel safer. I may be taking the long and difficult pathway, but at least there won't be a crater left in my wake when I'm done. I don't think I will never not feel immense shame seeing this point. I felt like such a piece of shit blowing that spot up. It was the most inconveniently placed crater ever. You can make that. No, you can make it. Don't be a bitch. Your Norman Reedus is an amazing fetus, not Norman Reedus, the little bitch boy. Oh, right, we can't even construct anything anyway because we have no... We're not even on the chiral network. I guess I just didn't complain enough about my situation. Thankfully, I am way too high for y'all to be reaching me. down here. Talk about what a boss Sam is, though. Like, he literally throws himself down cliff sides all the time. He is going to be able to, at some point, carry hundreds and hundreds of pounds on him and trek it across the wilds like this. Like, this climbing stuff that I'm doing right now ain't jack shit in comparison to what we are going to be doing later in the game. It gets so much worse. But it's okay. I actually do enjoy doing it. My brain loves the challenge of picking out the right places to go and watching for dangers. So, although it will be a struggle at times, it will still be a fun struggle. And look at that, we made it! No BTs, no injuries. 10 out of... I really do recommend that pathway, as difficult as it is. It's a good, sure pathway.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Delivering cargo.
Thank you. With this unit, we should be able to power the distro center via the chiral network. Other places too, if it works. Here's hoping the UCA can put our electricity to good use. Mind if I have a look? Incredible. How'd you get this here? You fly?
I mean, I might as well have with as high up as we were traveling. Awesome sauce.
All we need now is a connection to the chiral network. Go for it.
Network bandwidth is a limited resource, and every structure you build consumes it. However, as you increase your connection level, the bandwidth available to you will increase as well.
Look at all those BT signs that we just passed right along. And do you see that marker there? Somebody cratered out. That little red target marker, somebody cratered. It won't put a crater on our map. It'll just stay on theirs, but...
About time we did our part. Thanks again. You know, I heard the rest of your team was wiped out. Makes what you're doing all the more incredible. You're a one-man expedition. I hope Amelie's doing as well as you. Wonder if she made it to Edgenot City yet. It was her that put us in charge of the wind farm. I was with the group bringing up the rear while Amelie led the way. I've never met her in person, but it was an honor to travel with her all the same. When you see her, feel free to tell her I said so, huh?
Sam, got a moment? I ran an experiment with your blood. It seems you were onto something. After dispersing an aerosolized sample of your blood in BT territory, we observed reduced activity. While this is hardly definitive as we have no other repatriates,
to whom we can turn for additional testing. It does suggest that the bodily fluids of repatriates are repellent to BTs. Mama had the idea of developing a weapon to test this theory. The prototype should be ready soon, and when it is, we'd like you to test it.
Sam, this is the perfect opportunity. We've almost got the whole region on the chiral network. All that's left is Port Knot City. Return to Capital Knot City so you can pick up relief supplies for Port Knot. By the time you arrive, we can give you the completed prototype in person. One other thing. It's not very often porters get out to that wind farm. While you're there, you should pick up any outstanding orders. No sense coming all the way back here empty-handed if there's work to be done. Have a look at that delivery terminal.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal.
Congrats, Sam. You're cleared to take on open orders. While they're not as high priority as the ones specifically assigned to you, if you're already heading a certain way and you have room to spare, it couldn't hurt to do a little more, right? Just because they're not mission critical doesn't mean they're not important to someone. So why not do a good deed or two?
That's a request for material transport. By helping a facility replenish its stores, you'll gain access to a greater share of the materials on site. Give, and you shall receive.
I think we should be able to carry all of these. We'll see. If we get to loading up and we can't.
Great work. That wind farm you've brought into the network is essential for our continued expansion. By way of reward, I've added a little something to your PCC. A generator option. Generators recharge the batteries of all nearby devices. That includes machines, bikes, and other battery-powered vehicles.
Order assigned.
To be in our prayers.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, sure thing.
Safe travels.
And now that the rain has let up, we are free to just run through. Oh, fuck yeah. Pissing spot.
I need to take a leak. Sweet fucking relief.
I will say, once it's hooked up to the chiral network, it is much easier to move through this BT territory because people have structures put in place and, like, pathways are better laid out.
Over here.
Going to Waystation West. I will say it is a pain in the ass trying to get out of here because it splits. You saw when we came uphill and looked down, it was a forest. It splits when you go down into it. And like one of the pathways is a little bit harder than the other, and I can never remember which one. It's freaking windy. Oh, I'm running out of stamina. Unfortunate. Need some energy drink. Freaking wind is pushing me all over the place. Yeah, I took the more difficult path. I can't have nice things.
Looks like a way through.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam. Have a pleasant journey.
Back, are you? Delivery's in damn fine shape. Bye, Sam. Good work.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
Hey, Sam. You could probably get that bike running again if you charged it with a generator. Why not give it a try?
Weapons restrictions lifted. Construction complete.
Okay.
Keep on keeping on.
What can't you do?
Sam, I hate to say it, but I've got a high priority request. While this has nothing to do with our network expansion operations, it's still a major cause for concern. You can pick up the order via the terminal at Capital Knot's Western Distro Center. Let's save the detailed briefing until then. Don't delay, Sam. This one's important.
did to deserve such kindness.
Thank you for your contribution. Delivering cargo.
Thank you, Sam. You always take such good care of our cargo. All right then. Thanks for everything.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information. Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set. Weapons restrictions lifted. Charge vehicle.
Sam, first deliver your cargo, then you can take on new requests.
Thanks for the delivery. Lightning quick as always. Hey, I got something for you. All right, until next time.
Good work. New order available.
Sam,
Access delivery
managed to
terminal
get that
for
bonus,
further
huh?
information.
Wear it with pride. That hat's reserved for Bridges staff who've gone above and beyond. Head on down to your private room if you want to see how it fits.
Your work is greatly appreciated.
So how's everybody vibing? I'm existing. I'm having fun. I love this game. It is a little bit... It's one of the slower games that you could probably play ever. But, I don't know, something about it draws me in every time.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, room. Let's get some music playing. And we'll read through some... Nah, we'll leave... Should we? We'll read through some mail. We'll read through the important mail. I like Pop Virus. How's BB doing, Sam? I hope you've managed to avoid autotoxemia altogether. By the way, I've been wondering, how are your porter grades these days? Getting better and better, I imagine. Or maybe you don't really care about that stuff. Well, in case you do, I thought I might give you a quick primer since I know it can be confusing. Bridges has developed a unique system to evaluate porter performance, and it focuses on 5 categories: cargo condition, delivery volume, speed, bridge lengths, and miscellaneous. Obviously, the aim of the game is to get high grades in all 5 categories. If you ask me though, you should prioritize cargo condition. I mean, what's the point of lugging something halfway across the continent if it's smashed to bits in the process? Sure, some people aren't all that bothered. Some will even let you get away with up to 50% damage or so. But come on, imagine if you ordered half a dozen thingamajigs and half of them were delivered broken. No, it is definitely better to put condition first. Treat your cargo with care and respect, and you will always be rewarded with way more likes. Trust me. That was my motto back when I was a porter. It wasn't always easy, as you can imagine. Some things got dicey, but I learned to hang in there and deliver my cargo in one piece. You do well to bear that in mind. After all, you've got the potential to be a way better porter than I ever was. Jimmy, exciting. Working. Yeah, that is literally what this game is. It's just working. You're just a mailman. You're a mailman for a whole continent, to be fair, but like this is all it is. You're a delivery guy. Nick Easton wants to know if we're still alive, new guy. One thing you can do is take your old equipment to a delivery terminal and recycle it. I'll actually show you how to do that in a little bit because I'm going to get some new boots. On the other hand, if equipment is only halfway broke but you still want to part ways, you can actually use a share locker, of course, and donate it to other porters in need that have greater needs than yours. Maybe they don't have as many resources so they can't make anything new. You may end up getting a like or two for your generosity, never mind the warm fuzzy feeling of having helped your fellow man. Of course, the system works both ways, meaning you can snag stuff that other porters have put in share lockers too, if you're the one who could do the helping hand. Benjamin wants to know if we're taking a break in our private room. We've been working hard, and our porter grade is going to go through the roof if I keep it up. I wonder, though, how my BB's doing. Even if you're feeling fine, it might be a good idea to give the little guy a break from time to time. I don't know, I can't help but empathize with BBs, I guess. Maybe because I'd be one too if my last name began with a B, if you know what I mean. So yeah, head on down to one of those underground facilities, private rooms I mean, and take a load off. That's my advice. Your BB will thank you for it. See you around. Wind Farm says their hard work is paying off. I wonder where you are right now, and if it's somewhere powered by our wind farm. If anyone should be benefiting from our work, it's you. Until you brought us into the network, we could only provide power to a small region. Now we can send it to all the big cities and beyond. I'm still not 100% on the details, but basically transmitting it via the beach means we don't suffer any additional loss due to increased distances, so it can go as far as we need it to. Good thing we kept the faith in the second expedition and kept this place properly maintained. You made our efforts worthwhile. We can't thank you enough. Delivery volume and your porter grades. The higher your delivery volume, the better your porter grade. I want you to look for some lost cargo, Benjamin. You're doing very well. I have a favor to ask. I want you to find lost cargo. You know the river to the north of the distribution center, west of Capital Knot City. Just follow it northeast from the center and you should find what you're looking for. It's a cube, so it ought to be easy to spot. You've probably never seen anything like it before, so I wouldn't blame you for being leery, but it's not dangerous. It's really important to me, important as life itself. If you manage to find this cube, it'd be great if you could take it to the distribution center west of Capital Knot City. I'll chuck a bunch of likes your ways in exchange. Interesting. The river north of the distro center. Follow it northeast. Cube. I'll keep that in mind. Now I can show you what these memory chips are. The memory chips give in memory information. It gives information that has been lost to time to the Death Stranding. This one is Frame Arms. Frame Arms was a series of original plastic robot figurines created by Kotobukiya? Yes. One of Japan's premier manufacturers of plastic models. Each robot shares the same basic frame architecture, with different external parts being attached to create an individual mechanoid. The Byaku, or White Tiger, figure is a rare masterpiece based on one of Yoji Shinkawa's designs. The fully realized world and captivating story behind the Frame Arms series won it many dedicated fans. We have The Seven Samurai, a classic work from Akira Kurosawa, who became, alongside Godzilla's Ishiro Honda, one of Japan's most globally acclaimed directors. The movie developed a huge cult following worldwide, and its story was retold in the Hollywood classic The Magnificent Seven. The image of the villagers hiring the Seven Samurai in order to protect themselves strikes a chord with many preppers, living as they do without the support of an organized nation-state, and making this a classic, old copies of which are much sought after. And we have the God of War original video game soundtrack. God of War was a 2005 action game that made use of the imagery and themes of ancient Greece. Many titles were subsequently released in the series, with the most recent 2018's God of War proving to be a true return to form, featuring an all-new story and settings which range from Greece to Scandinavia. Listening to the soundtrack is sure to provide a wind beneath your wings of imagination, carrying you away to the world of gods for another epic adventure. We will actually be playing God of War and God of War Ragnarok soonish. I'm still debating exactly where it's going to fall in the layout, but we will be playing them. I'm excited for that. Alright, let's do some room-based things and then head on back out.
She was fearful for her life. She would never ever feel alive. Show no sign. You don't care, and I don't mind everything that's important to you. But I know what's underneath. You're holding on by the skin of your teeth. Yeah, we hold on to the past, the one that couldn't last. There was the summer she had to go. I don't ever wanna be alone. While she was fearful for her life, she would never ever feel alive.
I'm debating if I want to give the glasses some clear frame or clear glass. What do you symbolize it? Ah, it's the Snow White new. Snow White's a new color. Because like if we make it clear, then we could see his eyes' expression better. Let me see what it looks like on him. Yeah, that's fine. It kind of gives it the feel of like, you know, protective glasses that you wear for dirt biking and stuff, you know.
Sam, I received word from Mama that she's completed her anti-BT weapon. Prototypes of her design form a part of your next shipment. A delivery of relief supplies for the people of Port Knot City. Port Knot City is a fair distance from BT territory, but the weapons should come in handy if any stray too close. They'll also provide people with the means to defend themselves when traveling outside the city limits. The shipment also includes a variety of medicines, as well as human sperm and egg samples. These specimens are essential for maintaining genetic diversity as they were donated by civilians living outside the major population centers. By taking advantage of chiralium's temporal properties, we can ensure they remain viable for as long as required. After the shipment's been processed, connect the Cupid. Now, once that's done, the entire region will be integrated into the chiral network. Afterwards, you'll be pushing on to Lake Knot City. So we've included relief supplies for the people there as well. Of course, to get there, you'll need to cross over the lake in between. Details on that will be in a second order you'll need to accept then. Without a doubt, this will be your longest run for us to date. Make sure you've got everything you need.
So it says that this is a pretty decently sized package. If you look next to the max likes, it says 50 kilograms. It's going to be slightly large, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to take any other standard orders with us on the way. We'll see how much it is.
That's a transfusion bag containing blood drawn from you. While equipped, it'll gradually replenish yours.
Sam, this is our first attempt at developing an anti-BT weapon. I had to work fast with what we had, so they're basically modified hand grenades. At least, that's how they're meant to function. They've never actually been tested in the field. Who knows? You might be the first person to kill a BT. And wouldn't that be something? But, even if they do work, don't forget that they're fueled by your blood. Use too much, and you'll give yourself anemia.
To help you get comfortable with your weapons, we've set up a firing range. It's the perfect place to familiarize yourself with new equipment or brush up on your marksmanship. You can access the range at any time via a delivery terminal. We've also added an order to encourage you to practice with your new weapon. Better to learn how to use it in a safe environment than when your life is at stake, am I right? Hard work pays off in the end.
Order assigned.
Yeah, I just don't think it's worth picking up any other orders right now. Like, once we deliver stuff to Port Knot City, we don't have to continue on immediately. We can actually come back and finish up all this stuff and then head on, or we could do the reverse, head on and then come back later and finish up all this stuff. Firing range, that's what that is. Garage. Can I, okay, no, not yet. I figured. Alright, let's just get out of here then. That is not what I meant to do. There we go.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Hello.
Have a pleasant journey.
This is just like a long schlep.
Sam, having dooms gives you advantages most folks don't have. But as capable as you are, you're also a member of Bridges now. An organization filled with experts in a whole variety of fields, all of whom are ready and willing to help. The team is here for you, Sam. All you have to do is ask. Got it? Good.
I think this is the only real issue I have with taking trikes and trucks for transportation is you don't really have a choice but to go through BT territory. You can't trek around it because your bike can't, there's limitations to what your vehicle can do and what it can go up. That's why it's important when you are walking and you take a mountain trail to climb as much of it as possible instead of laying down ladders and stuff, because if you smooth it out enough, eventually you can, like if it was done well enough, we could get a trike up that mountain and around it and not have to go through BT territory. But right now, it's too early, it's too risky, probably couldn't do it. So we have to cross directly through BT territory, which is unfortunate.
Let's get going.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying safe travels. Clear. Weapons detected. Weapons restrictions lifted.
I sent it a little too hard, but it's fine. We're still good. Of course it's raining. I give us a 70% chance of losing the bike.
clear of BT territory. The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
I was just making that way too difficult on myself. Why does that keep working for photo mode? It's not supposed to. Okay. Yeah, wrinkles. Okay. I give us 80% chance losing our bike.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying
Keep on
ID.
keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I wonder if anyone's watching.
Hey!
Not good! Not good! Not good! Shake them off. Shake them off. Shake them off. Oh no, my cargo. Run. Run. Run! Shake them off. Shake them off. Let's see if we can test out some of those grenades we got.
Sam, we're seeing major fluctuations in the local chiral density. Wait, you just took out a BT, didn't you? Fine work, Sam. Fine work.
Do you think it's worth attempting to save our bike? There's nothing and nobody else around me, is there? Okay, we should be able to grab it. Be we know we're good right up to here. Let's get off and let's see what we got going on. Deep in that BB. Oh, it's a baby. I'm not certain if we'll be able to get that particular memory chip right now, just based on where we're placed. Yeah, it comes all the way down there in that valley. We could take the time and the risk to make our way down and grab it. Fuck, keep doing that. I need to fix that, figure out what's causing it to do that. We are out of magic grenades, so hopefully we don't need any more. I'm sure it'll all be fine. Please don't let greed get the better of me.
team, you and your 2 feet to fill all them boots. Cargo's in perfect condition. I won't lie, that's some feat.
Give me a second. I'm a little bit distracted. I don't know what the hell this cop is doing. I honestly don't know if he knows what he's doing. Hang on. No, where the hell did he go? What was that? He came out from the street across from mine, went down the street in a direction, then pulled into a driveway, backed out of the driveway, came to a stop in the middle of the road, blocked traffic for a couple of seconds, and then continued down the direction that he was already heading. Why?
So you here to usher us into a new chiral age or some shit?
Yeah. That cool?
Hell yeah, go for it. Been waiting forever and a day for this. Wait. Where'd you get that? That little guy? Same as mine. Where the hell did you get it?
Yeah, I can't really say. But the little guy, he came with the pod, if you gotta know.
And who'd you get the pod from?
Igor, from Corpse Disposal.
My little brother. So, what? He just gave one of these to you. Why?
I was there with him, at the end. We were moving a body. Things went to shit. There's BTs everywhere. And one of them grabbed him. So he told me to take it and run.
That right. So what's your story? You lived through a catastrophe like that, only to keep on doing the same work? Okay. Been a long time coming, I suppose. You take good care of that little guy. He belongs with the expedition. With you.
All right.
Better if you take this with you too, I reckon. Can't think of anyone who could use it more.
Port Knot City is back on the grid. This community, a part of the UCA. Their data, a part of our shared wisdom. With enough time and enough chiral printers, they'll be able to build ships. And one day, the waters will be ours again. All because you led the way. Though what follows in your wake isn't always good. Any city that joins the UCA becomes a bigger target for the terrorists. But we have to accept the dangers and press on, no matter what. The rest of America is waiting, Sam. Waiting for you to take the first step and connect them to the chiral network. I know you can reach them. Make us whole again.
Thanks. One more C in the UCA, huh? So, you fixing to cross the lake and head west?
Yeah. We got a boat?
No, not for years now. Terrorists took out everything bridges that floats. Only boat in town belongs to a private courier.
Private courier? Don't tell me. Fragile Express?
That's the one. I already spoke with their rep. I'm having them load the boat with some of the supplies you brought us. I'll bet the folks in Lake Knot will be tickled pink to see someone come into port. Been a while, I expect. Head on down to the harbor when you're ready. It's right outside the distro center. Don't worry, Port Knot never gets the rain. Feel free to rest up in your room before you head out.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
From George Baston, your bridge link grade makes the world a better place. Pretty much get a good bridge link grade. Together we can accomplish so much more than we could ever on our own, and a good bridge link grade will only make it work all the better. From Benjamin Hancock, he wants to know if we're taking care of our BB. How are we doing, and how is BB? He is a bit worried. That's why I'm writing to you, actually. You see, I used to have a BB of my own back in the day. I'd jack in whenever I went out on a run, standard procedure and all that. Thing is, and this is just between you and me, I started to care about my BB. Yeah, I know. I went to all the briefings. It's just equipment, don't emphasize, don't get attached. Yeah, well, it's easier said than done, especially when it gave me a like. A piece of equipment can't do that, right? Equipment doesn't like being rocked either, or get soothed by the sight of a spinning aura deck. Check out your tips if you're not sure how to do stuff like that. My BB loved it when I took us swimming, and we just floated in the water, but it got real scared if we dove in or went under. Like a tool would give a shit about any of that. I bet your BB's the same, right? Reacts to things in ways that can't be explained away. Man, I miss those days with the little guy. You'll take good care of your BB, won't you, Sam? What am I saying? I know you will. From Victor in Port Knot City. About my brother. Ever since you told me about my brother, I haven't been able to stop thinking about him. I want to make one thing clear, though. I don't blame you for what happened. Igor wouldn't either, I know that. It's weird, though. We weren't all that close, and back when he was alive, I'd go weeks without thinking about him. But now, well, ain't that the way these things go? You still got that little keepsake of his? Sounds kind of stupid, but I've started thinking of it as like his alter ego or something. You know it was his dream to go to the West with the second expedition, right? He never made it. But if his favorite toy does, it almost feels like it would make up for it. At least a little. You show the little guy the sights now, you hear? Lord knows I'll never get to see him.
Tired, huh?
That should suffice. Glad to see everything's in good working order. Another of our new EX grenades, the number 1. So named because it contains a vaporized extract formulated from your urine. Compared to our first iteration, this EX grenade contains a higher concentration of your fluids, which should make it more effective against BTs. Whenever you avail yourself of your private room's facilities, we will collect the results and produce additional units for your use. So you needn't worry about running out.
EX grenade number 0.
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space. You'll be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm going to take you wherever you want to go.
picked this up for me? You shouldn't have. Really.
I am a dog. You have my heartfelt gratitude. Thank you for your contribution.
By handing over excess materials to a facility, you can increase the amount stored on site. Now, these materials can then be used later for equipment fabrication and so forth. Just remember that each facility has separate stores and that the amount on hand differs from site to site. Don't get carried away.
Thank you for your continued support. Storing vehicle. Standing. Thank you for your contribution. Keep on keeping on.
Anybody home?
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
The name's Higgs, the particle of God that permeates all existence. Ah, so it was you that dragged him into all this. Bloodied but unbowed. Uh-uh. What's that? Bridget Strand is dead. America's last president dead and burned. Oh, and now the girl's been chosen to take Mommy's place. Well, that won't wash. She's not cut out for politics, is she? But don't worry. I'll find her. And I'll keep her real safe. You see, I've come to understand the truth of the Death Stranding. Oh, there's so much you people don't know. The girl, for instance. She's not like you or me. Dooms ain't her thing. And she's more into destruction on a worldwide scale. An extinction entity. Oh, it's so hard to form connections when you can't shake hands. Fortunately, I've got a good connection to the other side. Now you're no bridge. To me, I'm bound to all of it. This world, that world, and our sweet little angel of death. You're on the menu. All it'll take is one itty-bitty void out to blow us all to kingdom come. So how about it? Aren't you getting tired of the grind? Isn't this what you've been waiting for this whole time? A game over.
Heads up, Sam. According to our damage assessments, it would only take a single void out to total Port Knot City. A single BT allowed to make contact with a civilian would be enough. We can't let that happen. You've got to deal with that BT right now.
Incredible. Simply incredible. For the first time in history, a human being has defeated a BT. Were you not a repatriate, I doubt it would have been possible. Not only does contact with your fluids pose no risk of triggering a void out, but in much the same way as your car is rejected by the beach, Your blood can be used to expel BTs from our world and return them to the other side. You've given us hope, Sam. Perhaps we may yet be saved.
Be proud, my friend. Emily's still waiting for you in the west. Head to your boat. It's ready. Get those supplies to Lake Knot City. We're just getting started.
Alright, first big boss fight is over, and we have met Higgs. He's, yeah. Well, that shower was for nothing, so we're just gonna drop back down into the private room, recycle everything, get a new pair of boots, drop back down to the private room, shower, and then we're gonna donate our shower grenades to the public locker so that other players that come in can take them and prepare themselves for the same fight.
Thank you for your continued support. Your work is greatly appreciated. Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Bo.
Take a look. This is what the world looked like hundreds of millions of years ago. It was just one big continent. And do you know what this is? The moon. I'll show you the real thing soon. I promise. The whole wide world will be yours to explore. You'll be able to go wherever you want. Even the moon.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Gonna catch a ride on that boat, Sam? Before you do, be aware that you'll have to leave behind any cargo you haven't gotten around to delivering. It'd be a shame to abandon something important, though, especially if you were close to finishing a run. My advice, put that stuff in your private locker in Port Knot City. Or, if you're feeling responsible, you could just delay your boat trip until you've tied up loose ends. It's your call.
Read the mails marked with Half-Life symbol and delivered the requested cargo. Please don't forget, Sam. This is really important. I'm guessing that's director's cut stuff because I've never had it say that to me before. I can never remember like what my things are. This one just says head to one of the underground facilities and take a load off. And like that's the private rooms are just they are what they are. We've been in them over and over. And then this one involves like looking for a cube. But I really it doesn't say that it has like a timer on it. We should just be able to come back and do it. Because my plan is just to go ahead and open up the other side of the map and then kind of get started over there and get stuff going and then come back over. That's actually something that I like to do anyway, just because when you come back over here after going to the other side for a little while, all the pathways have been used more frequently because the server's been going on longer. It's been getting used by new players getting on your server. They've been getting on there doing stuff, and it's just easier to move around and do deliveries around there later once stuff is opened up a bit. So yeah, we're gonna just keep moving on, and yeah.
Snack?
You came through then.
I don't break that easy. Name notwithstanding.
You saw that asshole too, right?
Higgs. He's the leader of a separatist group.
Seemed to me like he was controlling that BT.
That's level 7 for you. Higher, maybe.
Seems like you know a lot about him.
Used to work together. Guess you could say we had a contract.
You did business with terrorists? Whoever pays, huh?
He wasn't like that back then.
So what's your angle? You want to save the world, or you want to fuck it all up like him?
I just wish things were different, all right? Here's all right. Don't worry, she still floats. Come on, we're the only cargo left. We should get there tomorrow. I told you before, Sam. The past just won't let go. Listen, I have something to ask of you. It has to do with that asshole, Higgs.
Sam? Sam? Do you remember? It's almost time to go, Sam. I had no idea until you told me. No idea that I was alive. Living is no different from being dead if you're all alone.
Poor Mom. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. Did you forget how to go home? Come on. I'll take you halfway. And then you can do the rest by yourself. Better now? I'll be waiting for you on the beach. Come and find me. We used to play together a lot in this place.
You brought me here. I couldn't make the trip on my own.
So long as you have a body to return to, you can't come and go as you please.
So you can't just come back east through here?
Not until you make us whole again, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach. Come and find me.
I don't know how you sleep. Need to pick me up? Welcome to Lake Knot City. What?
Nothing.
Let's go. This cargo is from Port Knot City, bound for Lake Knot. I'll leave these up to you. The dispatch terminal is up ahead. In the meantime, I've got some business to attend to. Later, alligator.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Welcome, welcome. We were watching your boat move away. I hate to be a hard ass, but I've got to ask. Everything you're transporting above board? Nothing dangerous or illicit? I'm sure they checked you on the way in, but I'm gonna have to take a second look. All clear. Not picking up anything unusual. Cargo looks great too. Been a while since we got some of this stuff. Sorry for the hassle. Can't be too careful these days. Oh, we heard you were carrying a Cupid. That right? You're clear to link us up. So we're finally on the network. Long time coming. We won't hold anything back. Capital Knot City will get everything. If all this info sharing makes everyone safer, I'm all for it. You can bet I'm not the only one here who feels that way. I suppose it was better when Bridges 1 first came this way. At least I don't remember terrorists and BTs making our lives difficult back then. Well, be careful out there. The world's not what it used to be. And thank you.
Finally made it past Ground Zero, Sam. Congratulations. And thank you. It'll only get harder from here, though. When we first came through, it was different. Peaceful. The 3 cities out there, Lake, Middle, and South Knot, were all on board with our plans for reconstruction. Fragile Express was contracted by all 3 and kept supplies moving and people connected. But that all changed a year ago, when the Separatists carried out their attacks. One took out Middle Knot City. They detonated nukes from the old days. Half of South Knot City went up in the other. Casualties were devastating. Bridges doesn't have the resources to link up the remaining cities on its own. We need to secure the support of everyone, even those who want nothing to do with the UCA. Impossible as that may seem.
The situation has changed dramatically since Bridges 1 first went west. The destruction of Middle Knot in particular forced us to adapt a new strategy. It's like Amelie said, we don't have the time or resources to construct another knot on that scale. That's why we've taken to cutting deals with preppers and the like. Our only recourse is to utilize their shelters to bolster the strength of the network.
Takes a special kind of person to live out here on their own. The kind that'll tell us to fuck off if we ask them to join the UCA.
Oh, we know. No one's expecting them to say yes up front. But even if they don't like dealing with most people, they got on okay with Fragile Express.
Don't tell me. You want us to use her credentials to get in good with them?
Bingo. She's agreed to it too.
And in exchange, she gets...
Nothing really. A chance to get back at Higgs, I suppose? I can't blame her for wanting one. He took everything from her and then some. Time healed some wounds, but not hers. The work ahead won't be simple or easy, but it needs doing. Get some rest for now. We'll talk more later.
Here.
For me?
It's called a kipu. It means knot in old words. You can also use it to count stuff. I add a knot when I make a friend.
Okay. Then how about I add another knot every time I see you? This must be very important to you if you were able to bring it here. Very special.
It is special. I made it for you.
I'll treasure it, Sam.
Something to eat?
Why are you here?
Ask your boss man.
No. I mean, why are you here?
Got a delivery for Porter. You're gonna need this on the road ahead. This will ID you as an associate of Fragile Express. It's woven from my blood and chiral crystals. Think of it as a kind of bond. Preppers around these parts won't give you trouble so long as you've got it. We were the only people making deliveries out here. This was our territory. Until Higgs fucked it all up. Me, the Express, our reputation, all of it.
And now you want to fuck them back. On your own.
I'm not on my own. The cave, Port Knot City, next to your bed. So far apart, yet somehow we keep meeting. All that BT country in between where I should have been caught in a void out. Yet here I am. Here I am.
You can use the beach?
I have a beach. You've got yours. I've got mine. I use it to jump across space. I can't conjure up BTs the way Higgs can, but I can go after him. Chase him to the beach. Problem is, everyone's got their own way in. I'm only allowed to pass through the beach I know and understand. I'm sure you've heard the term multiverse.
You all right?
The jumps take a lot out of me. Suck my blood dry. You're going to Edge Knot City, right? Place is full of terrorists. But if you're dead set on it, then you're gonna have to deal with Higgs sooner or later.
Look, I make deliveries, killing monsters and terrorists. It's not what I do.
What if we did it together? I could use my power to help you. We don't have to want the same thing to be on the same side. I could send you across my beach. To any place the Chiralian's thick enough. Any place connected to the chiral network.
What do you expect in return?
I expect you to think it over. Here. Call it an incentive. And call me if you need me. This will keep us connected. See you when I see you.
So now we have Fragile's fast travel jumping ability. Using her beach, we can jump to anywhere on the map that we have activated onto the chiral network, which is why I wasn't too worried about leaving behind anything in the other side of the map, because we can just hop right back over there as soon as we want to do something. I am going to get some music started. We are going to do room things, and then we are going to bring this stream to a close for a day by finishing up with going over some new archive material that we got and checking out the new memory clips that we picked up. Let's see. What are we feeling like? Give me some bones. Yeah. Perfect. Fragile left us something else as well. Some cryptobiotes. We now understand why she eats them so often. It is to replenish her energy from making jumps across the beach. Don't get me wrong, I feel awful about eating these little guys, mostly because they actually look very similar to sugar bears. If you remember, I did have a stream where I did fun facts about, or not sugar bears, but water bears. Water bears. I did fun facts about water bears. And they look very similar to water bears. Water bears have more of a snout-like mouth on them. These are more chubby-faced. But they are pretty much just big, evolved versions of water bears. And water bears are so cute, and cryptobiotes are cute, but they're also delicious, apparently. And they give you extra energy and stuff. Another thing about them is the more you eat and the more you drink, I do recommend if you're going to take time to eat and drink, do it before you go to the bathroom, because after you go to the bathroom, you will have more grenades because you have intaken product. Grenades. He pissed enough to make 10 grenades.
The latest in our line of EX grenades. I give you the number 2. As you may have surmised, this model was produced with various extracts refined from your fecal matter. We suspect that your regular consumption of cryptobiotes has led you to excrete certain compounds that may prove especially effective against BTs. If you would like us to produce more, you need only furnish us with the requisite raw materials via your private room's toilet. I look forward to your feedback.
So, involving the grenades and their strengths, they really do go in order of what they're numbered. You have 0 for shower, 1 for pee, and so on. So they literally, it's like 0 has almost no damage, 1 has a little bit of damage, 2 has a decent amount of damage, but it's the hematic grenades. The hematic grenades make everything. They make all the world, and so those are what I normally end up carrying. I'm okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, my. Okay, listen. The reason why I play music in the rooms is because there's jump scares in the rooms, and the music stops when there's a jump scare But I forgot that this is a direct cut. I've never played it before. That was new. I've never seen that before. That scared the shit out of me. Hi, Munchkin Man. I'm okay. I just got scared really bad. I am now, once again, terrified of this game. All confidence I had before is lost. I'm shaking so bad. I'm scared to do anything else now. I was wanting to scare you guys, not myself.
You okay?
I'm struggling so bad. Fuck you, Kojima. That was fucking. I mean, that was fucking good. That was really good. Oh gosh, I've reached the point where I can laugh about it now. Okay. Benjamin Hancock wants to talk about the meaning of chirality. The other day, funny story. The other day, I was using the network to read up on the word chiral and where it comes from. Turns out it's Greek and it means hand. Bet you didn't know that, did you? The text went on about how your right hand is a mirror image of your left, but only if you put your palms together, and if you point them away and lay one hand on top of the other, well, that's chirality. That's how I understood it anyhow. What it's got to do with the network, I'm not really sure. Something about routing communications through the beach, which is basically another world like ours. But not really. So when you force elements of the two into contact, that triggers a void out. Anyway, all I know is that while I hope you keep on doing what you do to bring us together, you'd best leave the dead out of it, you hear? I'm fucking trying, but they keep making their way into my room. George Baton sent us some likes. Still keeping on, Sam. You fucking know it. Me, I've been practicing going outside longer and farther each time. Thought I'd conquer my fears at one point, that I'd be making deliveries like nobody's business before long. That was before I wandered into mule territory for the first time. I panicked and dropped damn near everything I was carrying. Guess it belongs to them now. That little hiccup aside, I've managed to put up a few signs and watchtowers and other stuff I figured guys like you might appreciate. So, it's not all bad. Haven't met any other porters face to face yet, but I can tell they're liking what I've done. As in, they've given me likes. Oxy and smart drugs might help level me out, but I tell you, when someone hits you with that like, it's a feeling like no other. The confirmation that you've made a positive difference in someone else's life. It's grand, man. Anyway, good luck with everything. Sending all the love and likes. From William Lake at Lake Knot. Hey Sam, can't tell you how good it was to see you coming over the water on that boat. First time we've welcomed so much as a turd in, what, must be 2 years now? Some folks were even saying everything east of Ground Zero must have been wiped out completely. The occasional message drifted in from HQ, but people, not a one. We'd half given up on the Cupid ever being finished on the second expedition, the whole shebang. And then you show up, with a working Cupid to boot. Our knight in shining armor. Sorry, don't mean to sound like I'm not grateful. I am. More than you know. Every single person here was waiting for someone like you to come along. And there'll be more waiting west of here. A lot more. You'd best go find them. So, Before the Stranding, the whole world was connected, and there were social networks, that people used to communicate all the time. They shared all sorts of stuff through them. A random thought, a pretty picture, a home movie, you name it. And if you liked something that someone else had uploaded, you let them know by giving them a like. Sounds weird, I know, but that's the truth. Eventually, someone ran tests on the users of these networks and discovered that receiving a like triggered a rush of oxytocin. The theory was that it stemmed from a sense of being acknowledged. Even though you couldn't see the person you were interacting with, it still felt like they were accepting you, praising you, and who wouldn't like that? But that same process is at the heart of the mule phenomenon. It's believed that an overdependence on the oxytocin rush provided by these kinds of interactions is a factor in porters going rogue. With this in mind, it wouldn't be wrong to characterize mules as oxytocin addicts. In essence, they are social animals at the mercy of validation. The discovery of beaches and the concept of death. With the discovery of the beach, the fundamental truth of death was upended. I doubt you will find many who would deny this. Alas, we can say little with confidence in any objective or scientific capacity, for our understanding of this new realm remains in its infancy and it is ever evolving, much like our understanding of the universe as a whole. Perhaps the closest thing we have to a working explanation of the beach relates to the conception of a multiverse, but I digress. The beach is arguably both a concept and a reality. A discrete beach is influenced by the mind of the associated individual and therefore linked to them irrevocably. This is why we have so energetically pursued the psychological, psychoanalytical, and neuroscientific angles when attempting to create a unified theory of the Death Stranding, the beach, and related phenomena. There was a fad a while back in which subjects underwent counseling in order to learn more about their beaches, and in doing so gain a greater understanding of the nature of death. Doom sufferers in particular are provided excellent opportunities for study. An interesting theoretical question arose during that period. If a person's beach was a product of their consciousness, might animals have beaches as well? A conundrum on the surface, perhaps, but one quickly resolved. Only human corpses undergo necrosis and become BTs, which proves somewhat conclusively that only a human can possess a beach. And yet this begs another question. If all that is required is a consciousness akin to that of human, could an AI have a beach? An android? I, for one, do not believe so. Why? Because the function of our beaches is to connect the worlds of the living and the dead. If an entity was never born, has not truly lived, and will never know death, surely it cannot have a beach. At some point, we're going to get actual archive logs about what the Death Stranding was. We'll get to that. But I think the only thing really that's important to note, especially going forward, is preppers. We once had a network spanning the whole wide world that could send items from anywhere to anywhere and connect anyone with anything, but still we were isolated and still we were alone. And then the worst happened, the Death Stranding. America ceased to exist, and their shelters became their homes, where they would live and they would die. They're the same equivalent of preppers in our world, people that doomsday prep. They have just sheltered themselves away and kept to themselves, and only really are kind of okay with each other, and even barely so. And that's who we're going to be dealing with most out here in this side of the country. Let's get a look here. We got Big Fish. According to director Tim Burton, it was the death of his father that led him to make this highly personal piece in which young hero Will revels in his dad's fantastic tales, only to come to resent him as he grows old enough to realize that they're nothing but wild flights of fancy. The movie explores the conflict and eventual reconciliation between a father who seemingly can't help embellishing the truth, and a son who's desperate to understand him before it's too late. Big fish stories might be bad enough, but when you consider that Big Bang was a term originally intended to imply that the story of the origin of the universe is nothing but hot air, you start to think that all existence might be one tall tale. The first original album in 12 years from Silent Poets, whose song A Silence for the Feeling was used in the 2018 E3 trailer for Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima himself said that upon hearing their album Dawn for the first time, the images of Sam striding through the wilds came immediately to mind, and he subsequently contacted Silent Poets personally to ask them to be part of the project. Upon the trailer's release, the public response was equally enthusiastic, and Silent Poets hit the charts worldwide. Incidentally, the band is a solo project of musician Michiharu Shimoda, who also runs a catering company which looked after the Death Stranding team more than once during development. Another strand of fate at work. And that is everything for now. Man, that fucking scare, what a way to end that stream. I hated that shit. I hated that. Fuck that shit. Our figures have been updated. Not really updated because they're all the same, but like they've been put up on the shelf together so that they're in order. You can also, you see it says Nightmares and Memories right there. You can replay certain boss fights from these figurines. But if you spent time here today with me and Norman Reedus and his amazing fetus, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with us. I greatly appreciate you doing so. I truly do. I'm having a lot of fun, even though I got the absolute shit scared out of me. I'm enjoying it. It's good. The next time I stream will be tomorrow, probably around the same time as I did today, starting in the morning and doing probably 2, maybe 3 streams, depending on the timing of them, into the afternoon, morning into afternoon. So I hope to see you all there, and we will just keep on keeping on. Keep making deliveries, keep unraveling the story. I'm excited. But yeah, I hope that you all have a very wonderful day, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye. You know I'm like a ghost.